Utah Jazz know that the Sonics want an emotional start. They want to keep the crowd in the ball game, and their job is to control the tempo of the game.
Utah's got to get something at the basket. Seattle's pushing them back.
Payton. Gary Payton was out here earlier than he has ever been for a playoff game. He's very determined to change things around from a subpar performance last time out. Payton is there.
What they didn't do in games 5 and 6 was come up with the loose ball, have that energy, make the big plays.
Traveling violation. Each side, 2 turnovers. We still have a 2-0 game, 10-10 to play in the first. Stockton breaks free. Terrific passing play at the other end.
John Stockton off the high post pick. His biggest obstacle today, John Stockton, is going to be overcoming his greatest contribution.
Tied at 4. Stockton top of the key for 3.
Real
Life in his game.
Shooting just 27% from behind the line so far, and he hits a second straight one.
For them to be here. They believe regardless of what happens with the crowd, they know how to handle the defense of the Sonics.
Gary Payton really whacking Stockton away from the ball.
Malone off the mark. Rebound to Hersey Hawkins. Whistle blows.
Mathis had this play all the way. Payton bumping, hooking, grabbing, holding. When the final shot was taken, just held him.
Win in overtime. The Sonics swore to come out more aggressive in Game 6, but did not in Salt Lake City. They're trying to do that again here, and Gary Payton scores.
It's over John Stockton, but they'll have to capitalize. Nice.
Malone with a pass to Stockton. It's Seattle basketball, but the call stands as the Jazz try to calm their leader down. 6:48 to play in the first quarter. Timeout on the floor. The Jazz 15, the Sonics 8. This is the NBA on in.
But how do they get those threes? All that sets up by getting to the hoop and sucking that defense in. That's something they have not done well in this series, as their three-point shooting has slumped horribly the last 4 games.
Malone will go to the line.
On his heels, he's going to go all the way, or he's going to pull up and shoot this shot. Askew.
Stockton. That's his first miss of the game. Perkins with the rebound. 5 seconds for the quarter. Payton tried to go behind his back, and Malone called timeout with 7/10 of a second to play.
Very poor. They want to get Karl Malone more in the paint. Forget the fadeaway stuff, according to Ahmad and Jerry Sloan.
Russell now tight on Gary Payton, who gets by and goes through the lane.
And so
the players are arguing, and the coaches, particularly George Karl, arguing way too much. They're acting like the refs care who win this game.
Russell for 3. And Payton has the rebound.
Well, that's because of the bigness of the moment. Both teams have so much at stake, and these groups of players want to get to Chicago on both sides.
Kemp with the handoff to Payton and the travel.
When you make that handoff, and we've seen Stockton and Malone guilty of the...
Coming up on 4:20 to play in the first half.
They want to set a pick and roll, and they don't get it set. That's been their problem when they try to play the 2-man game.
Payton for 3 out of the corner. No. Rebound off to the Sonics. And Schrempf, did he get the timeout call?
He pump fake on the perimeter. He's not making that outside shot. Why go for that?
Stockton for Foster. Gives it to Malone.
Nice pass.
Karl 35-34. Jazz back within 1.
7 in the quarter. Both teams playing hands defense, and the Jazz poke it away. Payton steals it right back. Can't control it.
Terrible shot.
I may not get another shot, and that one was wide open for Irvin Johnson. What they've got to do, they're not accustomed to doing.
John Stockton, in the first 4.5 minutes of the game, scored 10 points in the last 19.5. And Detlef Schrempf.
Too tentative by Chris Morris.
49-41. Stockton converts on the pass from Hornets.
Stockton and vice versa. Seattle's defense way too soft on that play.
Kemp spins, feeds, comes out to the top. Oh, Payton left open.
The guy's shooting perfectly, totally under control, no fouls, hasn't gone for a pump fake, hasn't double clutched.
Stockton to the other side. 15 out of the 4.
It was Russell and Antoine Carr in Game 5 that allowed Utah to win that game and set the stage for tonight. Wild shot, Payton.
Out of their character and allow Seattle to get more into theirs.
Well, Payton from one of his favorite spots on the floor didn't find anything. Russell for three.
That is beautiful.
Both of these teams, you know, this series has done for them what the New York series did for the Chicago Bulls. They are going to be ready to play in the final.
Gary Payton. Spencer with the rebound.
Utah really needs Brian Russell and Antoine Carr right now to do something out there.
Payton. And it's out of bounds off Antoine.
Shot clock.
They've been averaging 22 turnovers a game, Steve, since game 2. That's not good.
14 turnovers so far tonight. Payton off the mark. Russell has the
big recovery and poke away by Vincent Askew.
Teams trailing game 7 don't come back to win very often in the fourth quarter. There's a rejection.
Well, if they're going to let the defense push, you got to get them off you somehow.
Payton spins on Stockton.
Into this game, misses that shot.
Payton comes back, and Stockton with the steal from behind. Hornacek will push. Feeds Malone on the run.
Big-time extension. Except that the Sonics are trying to be the team to get there.
That left shrimp open for 3, front rim, and Stockton has the rebound.
Sonics, though, have
lead for the Sonics.
The Sonics are best offensively when they go without thinking. If they stop and think, they don't do that. Payton,
Sonics 79, the Jazz 75.
That's what the Jazz needed, another shot in the arm, and Benoit's provided it 2 3-point field goals.
And coming over to commit the foul is Brian Russell as Stockton went for the steal.
Sean Kemp that has been the difference from the last couple years, as well as the more relaxed attitude of George Karl. Oh, John.
Another step. Stockton